good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are today. So this is my first time doing it, doing a live stream in this format, which is I've got my Instagram people here and I got my YouTube people here. So I've got two different streams going on at the same time. Hopefully the connection is strong enough that I can be able to do both and have the coordination to answer questions from both YouTube and Instagram. So I'll do my best to get back to any questions you guys have on both of these platforms. Well, the important question is, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing during this crazy time right now? You guys okay? Hopefully. Well, whatever the case might be, I just want to send you guys some good energy with some music here for you guys. So hopefully some of the guitar playing here will take some of the stress off. All right, that was a piece called Homespun So again, I'm going to try to navigate both YouTube as well as Instagram at the same time. So bear with me if I'm trying to like kind of, if I look like I'm not looking at your screen, it's probably because I'm on the other platform. So if you guys have any questions right now, this is a good time to ask. I'm sorry I can't look at the questions as I am playing. It's a little bit difficult to do. It's hard enough to play the music as it is. So if you guys have any questions, now would be a great time to do it. I see we've got a lot of different people from all over the world, which is really great to see. It's cool to see so many people here. I know that there's not much to do at a time like this because I assume most of you are in isolation or self-isolation, staying at home. So that's really good. So yeah, I thought I'd just come on. To be honest, I haven't really been playing too much steel string these days. I've just finished more or less like an album of just nylon acoustic guitar stuff. Really more melodic kind of sounds that I've been working on. So I thought it'd be a good chance to kind of come back here and practice the guitar a little bit with you guys watching. No pressure, of course, right? I know it can be a little bit tricky, but it's good to stay on top of it. So some people are asking me about the guitar that I'm playing. This is the Cole Clark. This is my signature model guitar. As you can see, it's a Blackwood, Tasmanian Blackwood, back and sides, bunya top, little abalone there. Nothing too fancy. It's I've had this guitar for a few years now, and I've played the hell out of it. It's just really been a joy to kind of see this guitar unfold and open up so much. You're asking about the masterclass coming out yet? So that's the next thing I'm working on right now. I'm trying to get that out as soon as possible for you guys, because I know again a lot of you guys are at home, so you probably are eager to learn something new. So that'll be coming out very soon. I mean, next 2-3 weeks maybe. I don't know. I can't give you an exact date because I got a lot of stuff I need to do with this CD here. Yeah, every piece of mine does have a story to it. I like to have certain sort of, emotional context to every piece, more or less. So that's kind of one of the joys that I really like to do, is because every song does have a story. I mean, it's like watching a movie. If you watch a movie without a story, I guess it's just a collage of images at that point, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so how do I maintain my guitar condition? I just take care of it. I mean, I have a humidifier in my room where I keep all my guitars. It's usually a good place to start. If you're in a very dry climate, obviously investing in a humidifier is ideal, because that way it'll just, it'll make your guitar sound the best, and you won't get any cracks like I do have here. I do have a crack in this guitar. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can probably hear that. So I do have unfortunately a crack in this guitar, but it's okay. It's, to be honest, it made it sound a little bit better. It's funny how sometimes it can do that. It can make it sound better. So any tips to, get the practice routine back up? I'm talking to the YouTube folk here. So again, I'm going to the YouTube and then to Instagram, back and forth. So yeah, so things to practice. That's such a big topic because there's like so many things you could do to practice. One thing is obviously just play whatever you want. Get into the mindset of actually playing the guitar first. And I find that's a very good place to start. Other than that, obviously just playing whatever you want to play. A good place to start is maybe with, I just had a student earlier today, and we were working on inversions. So this is a very important thing as well, because if you know your inversions, you're kind of taking your practice routine and you're applying it to something that could be practical, that could actually be used. Let me give you an example. If I were to go over just some basic chords like D minor here, and find the 3 different ways of playing it, that already opens me up quite nicely to play a melody. Like, as soon as I play that sort of a scale in that key. Now here's the thing, when you start doing these inversions, the cool thing to do is that you could throw in these like diminished chords, which is what I like to do, and I've been exploring that a little bit more. So if I were to go, which works quite nicely in a sense, that you could use these kind of chords to piece certain inversions together. And oftentimes, more than not, a song will be born out of that. So you could take your practice routine, just for example, again there's like hundreds of different ways of applying these practice routines to your own playing. This is one way that I find is a very helpful way, because you could, very easily go from a practice routine, and without even knowing it, you're now in a writing, session all of a sudden. Now, obviously, learning your scales, that stuff I don't have to tell you. I'm sure you've probably all done your research on what to practice, where to practice, how to practice. Finger picking patterns is another good one. I love to just have like a specific finger picking pattern like this one. And then I'll have like a bass line that will just descend. So I can play that full scale. That's a good way to practice. Again, something like this could very easily translate into an actual piece. So that's a lot of fun. I find that to be quite nourishing for the soul as well. So, yeah. So a lot of questions here on Instagram. So I'm just gonna go through this. Shai, good to see you here. That you guys are all watching. Sending you much love from Canada to France and all over the world. Shai is a good friend, a great guitar player as well from France. You've probably seen our collaboration of Synchro Destiny, which is online, and it's a lot of fun. Maybe I'll play that one next. Play a little Synchro Destiny. Synchro Destiny, and that's a really fun song, I think, for me to play, because it's the story is quite interesting, because I was hired to kind of write this piece of music for a couple, and this man didn't tell his wife that he was going to surprise her with a birthday present. So he wanted to surprise her with a song. So he asked me to write a song for her, and she had no idea that this song was written for her. So I got to play it for them live a few years back. And that was a lot of good vibes. But first things first, I got to have my coffee. Music is my therapist. A little self-promotion there, because this is a merch that I have. Yeah. I've also released a solo version of Synchro Destiny as well, actually. This is the piece that I'm about to play. But I'm going to play it like I did on a Lake Orta in Italy, which that song is available on YouTube. It's out there. So here we go. Little Synchro Destiny for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask now. I'm going to take a little coffee break. By the way, if you ever see me looking out above you, it's because I have a view of a little bit of Toronto there. So that's why sometimes I just zone out and look out there. Even though it's like part of a highway, it's kind of nice because it's very therapeutic for me to look at those things. I like looking at moving things when I'm kind of playing guitar. And oftentimes, maybe you find yourself doing this too, is that I'll put something on the TV, like a screensaver or something of like dolphins or whatever it may be, and just look at it while playing. I find this to be very therapeutic personally. So, how do you think when you arrange a song step by step? Yeah, that's a heavy topic. One good way I think of writing or arranging songs is if you ever have a melody, whatever the melody might be, if you've got something as like, even something as simple as that could be expanded upon. And what I mean by that is you could, maybe the first time, okay, you see I'm just adding notes. I'm gonna find notes and I'll just randomize them. Okay, so this is a part of the trial and error that I go through with arranging. Once I have something like this, just already I've got an idea. And the power of repetition is very useful in an arrangement like this. So you'll play that exact same melody with a different bass note. You've probably heard something like that before from movies and other, composers. But to expand on that, as an arrangement purpose, you could write that melody, expand it. So I'm in standard tuning, so I would just kind of go to my basic chords first before I could play a major there. And one thing that I really like to do that you'll see me do all the time, which is playing the same thing an octave higher. And all of a sudden you've got a different voicing. That different voicing allows you to play a different sort of melody or harmonic strength within these sorts of notes. And obviously this takes a bit of practice, because I guess the quicker your fingers move to where they want to go, the quicker you'll have ideas kind of pumped out. So that's a really good thing that I like to do. And I mean, if you guys want, I could maybe write a song right now. I've never actually written a song live, but that would be very interesting. Maybe I can mess around with that. So that's another very effective thing that I did there, which was just a sequence. Right? You play that same melody. And whatever else you want to do there, you can do your little scales up and down, things like that too, which is really effective. Just gotta read some of these questions. This is a lot harder than it looks to navigate two screens at the same time, but it's good. Yeah, building a core idea. So building a core idea is like one of the fundamentals of like writing music. This is in standard tuning right now, so I'm not doing dadgad. I almost never go to dadgad anymore. Really, it's not really. It's hard to make dadgad sound different than what's already been done, unless you're Pierre Ben Suzanne and you're a master. So, but other than that, but just to kind of develop on this idea, what I could do at this point, I could kind of modulate this maybe, go into a different key. So I could kind of start to see how I could emphasize a chord progression over that. right there, I'm kind of going into a G chord there. And what I could do there, okay, already I've got some sort of melodic content there. It's kind of like a kind of flowing melody line. Okay, this is just, again, I'm just doing it so quickly to show you how quickly you can get these ideas out in standard tuning. Obviously, I know a bit of theory, which helps. So if you guys know theory, use that to your advantage, because that's like, the more theory that you know, the quicker you can get what you want in your head out into your instrument, right? Because in a way, you are the middleman. You are the mediator between, you know, whatever thought or melody or abstract idea you have in your head, and letting it out in a way that people can understand. Because the way personally I look at a lot of these things is I have all these thoughts and visions in my head that I can't express verbally, so I use my instrument to express it, if that makes sense. And when you do that enough times, I feel that you can be very quick with being able to get these ideas out in a very nice way. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, thanks for all the support so far, guys. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go to YouTube here for a sec. Okay, yeah, do I have an AER amp? I don't, but you see this right there? That's a QSC amp. This amp, that's what I typically use for if I'm ever playing. But to be honest, I haven't played, like, you know, really played steel string in a little bit of time. As many of you know, I've kind of taken a break from touring and just to focus on writing music right now, and I'm really enjoying that process. I can't say that more. Yeah, I love DiMeola. He was a big influence when I was starting to play out, and that's why you can hear some of DiMeola in this sort of thing. You know, he would play these really fast lines like palm muted, and I remember he did this thing, I guess it was in Mediterranean Sundance. Right? You guys probably know that song with Paco de Lucia and John McLaughlin. And so it's like, I really love those like really fast, almost like ridiculous speed, lightning lines. You know, just like metal shred. And I spent years and years doing that. Thankfully I can still do it because I haven't done that stuff in a while, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to like just experiment with things that maybe you thought you couldn't do, and exploring fast picking lines, because you know a lot of people don't know me for that. Obviously it's more for the fingerstyle stuff that I play. Yeah, but hopefully that answers that. Yeah, man, what's up from Michigan? Been a long time since I've seen you, or heard from you rather. Hope you're doing okay. It's so cool to see a lot of people here that I know from all over the world, from touring, which is great. Yeah, so someone's asking about the guitar practice. Again, I kind of dived a little bit into that a little bit earlier. Just to go further into that, if you don't know your scales already, you know, go over your scales if you enjoy it. Some people hate playing scales. I used to love playing scales, so it comes down to your personality. I can give you another option. If you don't like playing scales, just play a chord progression that you love. Maybe then, you know, and try to find another way of playing it. So, oh, looks like my Instagram story just ended there, but I'm here with you guys on YouTube, so you guys haven't dropped out yet, which is cool. Yeah, my Taylor guitar is not here right now. It's It's I don't. It's here in my place, but it's not in the close vicinity of where I am. So I won't be able to get that going just yet. Yeah, it looks like Instagram just dropped out there for a second, which is strange. I'll wait for that to kind of pick up again. Hi, Steve. Yeah, my parents are doing great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're all okay. You know, there's not that many people I know personally that are affected so far with this crazy pandemic, but yeah, I'm aware Instagram just stopped, but I just restarted it again. So good thing you guys are. Good thing I did both of these streams at the same time. My guess is that Instagram has like a 30-minute limit right now, maybe, because it ended fairly shortly after I started. Could be a connection thing too, because I've got YouTube here and then Instagram right here. I have a lot of guitars. I have around 20, maybe more. But yeah, it's not really proud of that, to be honest, because I don't show all my guitars the love that they really deserve. I've been playing this one a lot though, which is my signature model guitar, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I get. Yeah, every once in a while I get asked to show my nails. People are interested in the guitar nails, and let me show you the left hand first, which is the picking pattern. I know that for some of you this might be flipped, but I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. So this is my normal hand, my normal fingers. This is for Instagram, this is for YouTube. Okay, pretty normal. And here's the feminine side. So not too much longer, but I do have acrylic gel. I have gel on top of these fingers. Now, as you can see, this is almost done. I'm almost at that point where I need to get these refilled. The problem is all these salons here are closed. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. If any of you guys happen to know how to alleviate this, I could just order the acrylic gel stuff and do it myself, but yeah. So that's one of the reasons I've kind of not been playing as much steel string. I'm kind of very cautious about breaking these, because if I play like really aggressive stuff, you know, there could be a chance that it could break. But hopefully not. For some reason the Instagram live isn't really working too well, so I'm gonna get everyone there to just hop on to YouTube so they can all see this here. So that was a little bit of a piece of mine called Miles Away. So before I finish this piece, I just want to send everyone from Instagram to YouTube, because for some reason Instagram keeps dropping out. So if you're following this on Instagram, you can go to youtube.com/Maneli. So that's where I'll be continuing this live. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there, because for some reason Instagram keeps cutting off. So sorry about that, Instagram folk, but youtube.com/Maneli. Hopefully see you there. All right, so now I can focus on one screen, which is better. So where was I? Miles away for you. Someone's asking about the painting. There's one of my dad's, well actually all three of those that you see are my dad's paintings. That one on the left, and that one is my mom's. That one right there, that's like an antique that she did, like she did like a series of 50 paintings, and that was one of them. Yeah, Ian Wong's a great pianist. It was a lot of fun to work with him a little bit, to work on Running Fox Trail and Slow Spun. I'm sure we'll do a few more collaborations down the road. We'll see. Yeah, yeah, family full of artists. Yeah, yeah, I've been very blessed to have, you know, everyone in my family was an artist at some point, and I've got 3 older brothers, which really helped me get into the headspace of art. And the cool thing, I guess, about being the youngest of 4 boys is that, you know, you've got 3 or 5 people. I got my parents and my 3 older brothers who were all better than me at everything that I did starting out, and it's really cool because you start to pick things up very quickly from them, because they are almost like mentors for you. So I basically had like 5 mentors growing up, which was very interesting. Also very competitive, of course, among my brothers. But that's good. A little bit of competition can go a long way, I think, in situations like this, to push you past what you felt is comfortable, but in a good way, in a way that really helps you to grow. So that was really nice. And I started playing guitar when I was 16. I'm 35 now, so just about 20 years, close to 20 years now. 19 years, I guess, yeah. I can do math. Yeah, so it's been a cool journey. It's been a really nice journey with the guitar. I've been able to travel a lot and stuff like that, so it's been really fun. So someone's asking about Southern Magnolia. That was Southern Magnolia, one of the first songs I wrote. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. That's a song that I'll probably never forget. Never ever. It's something that's just so ingrained in my muscle memory. It's kind of like riding a bike, I guess. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting that I can still remember all that stuff. Obviously, it's gone through many different changes and stuff like that. Not many, but a few enough for it to be still interesting enough for me to play it. So there was a good question here. How do you heal when you had carpal tunnel, and what did you do to make sure it doesn't return? That's a really, really good question, and I'm no doctor, of course, but I can speak from personal experience what has helped me. So first of all, I was misdiagnosed with tendonitis, which is basically inflammation of the tendon here. I thought it was in the right hand, even. It wasn't even the left hand. It was the right hand from just doing a bunch of percussion, you know, that kind of stuff. You can even see that muscle being activated there from me just kind of making a fist. So I was misdiagnosed because I went to a physiotherapist, and then he sent me to another physiotherapist, and eventually they figured out that it was just a pinched nerve in the neck that was radiating down. It was the ulnar nerve, I believe, or the median nerve, one of the two, maybe even both. But it was so tight in here, and the pec minor here, it was so close that it was kind of closing off the nerves from sending signals down my arm, so I was getting some tingling and some numbing sensations from there. As soon as I knew that, it was posture related, right? It wasn't even playing with the arms, because oftentimes I used to play standing up, and if there's a strap here, what happens is that this right shoulder starts to go up like this, right? So this obviously, as you can see, is not natural, right? So you want to bring it back. So I did a lot of posture alignment, a lot of exercises to build the strength. Pull-ups are really great. There's some other isometric exercises that have been really useful. I'll probably be making a video about this, because I know a lot of guitar players maybe think they have carpal tunnel or tendonitis, but it can actually be, they can be misdiagnosed. It could actually be closer to the head, posture related. Because if you look at a lot of guitar players, I guarantee you'll see a lot of them hunched over, right? They've got this kind of hunchback. So it's very important to work with that. And so what I've been doing, I've been practicing yoga, I think, for 5 years now. And that's really helped. That's been a game changer, not only physically, but mentally as well, and psychologically. And creatively, to be honest, like everything. It's just, ever since practicing yoga, it's really helped. And being consistent with it, being, consistent, patient with the progress, and you get to learn some pretty cool poses, which is a lot of fun. It's just like inversions and stuff like that are really cool, and developing the body to play better. That's ultimately what it is. So there's another question here. I'm just going to kind of go down some of these questions, because there's some good ones. And so one of them is, how comfortable are you with the attention you get? To be honest, I'm personally an introvert, even though right now I'm speaking to you guys like I'm an extrovert, because there's nothing else we can really do. It's either I talk or you guys chat. So I have a finite amount to give as an extra for the extroverted side of me. But deep down, I don't like the attention when I'm in the real world. If I'm on stage, and like this is for me like a stage, I don't mind the attention, of course. But if you catch me just while I'm riding my bike or going down the street, and you stop me, that's a little bit uncomfortable for me, to be honest. So to be honest, there's a time and place that the attention is good. Like right now, it's okay, obviously, because I'm doing this live stream. It's fine. But on the street, I typically don't prefer it. It's not, I know some people are really into that attention. That's why they become musicians, but I never became a musician because of the attention. It was more for an inner struggle of kind of making sense of the chaos around you, So let's see here. Yeah, how much it took to learn guitar tabs? Well, you pick up Guitar Pro and you start tabbing, and it's a pretty straightforward process once you get it. It's just numbers, so it's not so bad. So you said in an interview you were thinking about music. What did you do then? I'm not sure I understand that question. What did I do before music? what did I do before music, or what did I do? Yeah, so I don't just do music. I kind of have branched out a little bit from just the music side of things. I've been getting into film a lot, and some investing as well. Just trying to, like, be a very balanced person. I've realized that spending all your energy on one thing, it's not for me. I want to be efficient and proficient on a lot of different things. So it's not just one thing that I like to do. Guitar just happens to be one of the things that really picked up for me, and so that really has helped, I guess. So that's been I'm really grateful for that journey. And obviously, you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't hear about the music in the first place. So thank you for tuning in here and asking these great questions and being here with me. So it's been cool. I'll definitely be doing more of these live streams now that I know a lot of you guys. It looks like you're enjoying it. Yeah, thanks. So one thing I want to stress right now that I've got you guys, is that I've got a new song coming out tomorrow, and this is a song from a TV show on Netflix called Money Heist. It's a really cool show. It's like con artists and stuff like that, trying to rob banks and stuff. It's really fun. But there's a song in that that's really fun to play, and I did a cover of it, so I'm going to release that tomorrow. But since you guys are here watching, and if you haven't already pre-saved, there's a link down there. If you want to and feel like you want to support me further than just being here today, of course, you're more than welcome to click that pre-save button. It takes literally 5 seconds, and it's very cool because it helps me out with the algorithm. I think the more attention there is for the song when it comes out, it's a great help. So if you do have those 5 seconds, go ahead and click that link if you'd like. Yeah, Bella Ciao. I really can't wait to show this, and I made a video as well, so I'll be kind of not talking, but I'll be playing that. It's got 3 or 4 different guitars, both steel string and nylon. So it's cool. You will watch Money Heist for me. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll hear the song Bella Ciao in it. It's an old Italian protest folk song, so it's really cool. Yeah, and so it's exactly, I did the cover of this song to line up with this season release tomorrow, which is coming out tomorrow in season 4. So that's actually why I did that. So good catch, I'm glad some of you guys are following. Yeah, I'm not going to play Bella Ciao right now because it has a few different guitars, but I can play the melody for you. The melody is just... That's the main melody, and there's obviously some harmony lines going on in there as well, so I think it'll be a really fun little release for you guys tomorrow. I think I made a premiere on YouTube. I'll officially be releasing it on at 12 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So yeah, hopefully you guys will tune in and check it out. So there's a good question here. Are you experimenting with new styles, techniques currently? Let's see, new techniques. There's this one new kind of song that I'm working on, which is, it's kind of fusing flamenco and the percussive style all together, which I've been doing a lot more of, especially quarterly, right? There's this, what is it? That was a little hint of a new song that I'm working on. there's a lot of flamenco influence and a lot of odd time signatures in that one specifically. Especially, I think it's in like 7/8 in some parts, and then goes back to a 4/4. Especially the that part that I. Something like that. I haven't really. It's not really that tight in my fingers just yet. Then there's another part in there where it goes like. Something like that. So I'm still kind of working on the ideas and the little fine-tuning parts, but this is all still in standard tuning, right? And I really love to explore these percussive elements in standard because it just, there's so much you can do, and I feel like a lot of people just naturally gravitate to alternate tunings, you know, and stuff like that. I'm not married. I do have a girlfriend and a lot of guitars that I play all the time, so it's a pretty busy life, which is great. I have 2 dogs as well, but they're not here right now. They're with the lady friend. So yeah, with the Andrew York, great player, and I'm glad you enjoyed that version of Southern Magnolia. A lot of fun, so fun to play with him. True master, Renaissance man, and he just a very knowledgeable man who knows a lot about a lot of different things. Do you have online learning material? So I'm working on a masterclass right now. I'm just editing. After I get off with you guys, I'm going to go and edit that. Other than that, I do teach Skype. I do Skype lessons as well. I do have on this YouTube channel, since you're here, if you go to the playlist of free lessons, I've got, I think, maybe 10 free lessons there. And once the masterclass comes out, I'll be gradually releasing some stuff online for free and stuff like that. So that'll be very cool. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, maybe I'll play one last song for you guys before I log off and get back to work. And I just want to say, like, one of the things that being in isolation, it's very easy to just be complacent and not want to do anything, to just, you know, watch TV and not be productive. So I want to encourage you right now, if you are a guitar player, this is the best time to learn. Like, if you are in isolation and you're staying away from people, this is the time to learn new things. I mean, when else are you going to get the chance to not feel guilty about learning something? Because right now everyone's at home, right? Everyone's doing it. So I feel like to have that slight edge, if you're into that, and learning something new would be a great thing, and it's only going to be good for not only yourself, for your own self-development and care, but you're investing in yourself. So I just want to encourage that if any of you here are guitar players or learning anything new, you know, this is the time to do it. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Guitar for me one more. So I'm trying to think of what to play. I've been working on this arrangement of Scuttle Buttin by Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's not really finished yet, but maybe it needs practice, so I might as well, you know, I'm gonna play it for you guys here. See how it goes. All right, that was a bit of Scuttle Buttin there. Still working on that arrangement, but I thought I'd share it with you because I haven't really played it too much for anyone. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for tuning in here. I'll definitely be doing more of these, but again, if you like this music, I'm releasing a new song tomorrow if you're just joining us now. So I'd appreciate a pre-save down there in the link below, so I'd love that, and I can't wait to release that for you guys tomorrow. So thank you so much. Be safe, be well. Don't forget to wash your hands, of course, and stay safe. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Until next time.